Our next inductee from the class of 1970, Ted Steed. Ted began his golf career at a young age, winning many junior tournaments around the area. Ted was crowned the UGA National Junior Champion and was the runner-up in the Midwest Junior, Cincinnati JL, and the Ohio JL. Ted honed his skills to be the #1 man on the Taft Tiger golf team for 3 seasons. He then went on to play collegiately at Rice University, where he played as the team's #2 and #3 man during his freshman and sophomore seasons. At this time, Ted decided to put his abilities to the test by becoming a golf professional in 1973, working as the assistant golf pro at the Elks Country Club in Hamilton. 4 decades later, Ted is still teaching lessons year-round at the Eagle Tee Golf Center in Westchester, Ohio. Over the years, Ted has instructed over thousands of golf lessons to all levels and skills and abilities. Ted lives in Hamilton and has 1 daughter, Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 1970, Ted Steed.
Congratulations. Thank you. First, I'd like to thank our God, maker of heaven and earth, for all the opportunities he's given me and the times he's gotten through rough times. Gosh, let me go down memory lane just a little bit. Now, if I'm the oldest person here, do I get a little extra time? Or right over here across the street, I was baptized, Presbyterian Church, went to church there for many years. My parents were married there. Fortunately, they're deceased, and my brother is deceased at a young age, but gosh, I couldn't have been any luckier to grow up in Hamilton, Ohio. From jumping in New London Hills pool the day it opened, I'm showing my age, to walking to Wilson Pool from Monroe on Friday mornings. Living near Potter's Golf Course, hunting for golf balls. That's where I got my start in golf, about 5 years old. I was able to caddy for years. People don't believe it, but by the time I got done caddying in high school, junior high school, grade school, I had over $10,000 saved up. That was my down payment for my first house. So it was a great opportunity. People said, how do you save up $10,000? I said, well, you make about $1,000 a year, you don't have any expenses, and you save it. But I was sure fortunate. I played a few other sports. I wasn't anywhere near as good as John and Mo and these guys at basketball, but I do have one claim to fame. In the 8th grade, I'm as tall as I am now, 6'2", and everybody thought I was going to be 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", be a big star. Well, I was okay, but I was just bigger than most everybody else, and but I was able to start on the 9th grade team at Wilson as an 8th grader under Bob Sweden. Well, my friend Kevin Greavy, who lived down the street from me at Dick Avenue, when he was in the 8th grade, he was still on the reserve team. Of course, he was 5'10", and then 2 years later, he's 6'5", and the rest is history. But I always teased Kevin, I said, because I used to dominate when we were kids, I said, if I hadn't quit playing basketball, you'd have never made it, which is... my first assistant pro job was at the Elks. Great time out there. You've probably all seen the movie Caddyshack. Well, I think they went out to the Elks and copied the scene from out there, because when I started there was about 100 kids. That was a long time ago. And I've had a lot of different stops since then. Supreme Golf, Fairfield Golf Center I ran for years, and now I've been blessed to still be working at age 65 and no plans to retire yet. I've been able to give a lot of golf lessons to a lot of good athletes. I won't name drop or anything, but probably Anthony Munoz is my favorite. He comes to my place. I give him his wife Dee golf lessons. Probably the best player I've given lessons to is Dick LeBeau. Just saw Dick was in town last week, age 79, still has a great golf swing. The Big O used to come down to our place when he had his chemical plant in Fairfield, work with him a little bit. Just a lot of good guys. But whether you're a famous athlete or you're a young high school kid, I'll do my best to try to help you. We have, I'll give you a little plug here. You know, we're open all year round. We have heated tees, so stop on. If you don't play golf, stop on out. We're there all year round, and we can get you going. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my fiance for being here, Yoon. She's the love of my life and really helps get me through a lot of rough times. Thank you. And, one last thing, and I'll let you go. I was fortunate enough to win a lot of trophies when I was a kid. I played all over the country. Huh? You still have yours. And some of my trophies are 2-3 feet high. I was, unfortunately, I got burnt out and I got worse. By the time I got to Rice University, I knew I was going to make the tour. But that was a neat school, though. Still ranked about 15th in the country in academics. How I got in, I'll never know with my grades, because I used to skip school a lot and play golf. They had the Super Bowl there a couple years after I left, 1974, I believe. But anyway, my prize trophy was the 1964 Red Sox City Champions. Larry was on that team. We had a parade downtown. We thought we were the big red machine of that day, and had our own private practice field across from Taft. The Sanders boys were on the team, and old Herman Sanders took us down to Crosley Field. So those are great times. Thank you very much. One last thing, I'm so proud of Hamilton. When I was young, there was so much industry here. Champion, Mosler, Hamilton, and Hamilton's make a great comeback. Even I don't get back here very often, I'm proud of what you're doing with the high school and all the businesses. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Ted, you said you're still giving lessons? Ted, let me give you a bunch of customers. There's a whole bunch of guys at that table right there that could use your help. I'm fine. They're laughing because they've played golf with me before. And my score's like, I'm telling you right now, my score's like an 86. It only takes me like 4 holes to get there, so I'm fine. I'm good.